Elon Musk back in the news, and this guy, he has Twitter by the metaphorical, is it metaphorical or metaphorical? There you go, that's the word. Metaphorical family jewels, and he's twisting. He is twisting, and he is twisting. So, in case you guys didn't know, I think a couple months ago, I don't know the exact date, but Elon made a tweet on Twitter asking on a poll if Twitter was being fair in the way they was going about their bans and whatnot. And it turns out most of his followers or people that were inside those polls, that voted on those polls, said that Twitter was not being fair with the rules. So it started this whole trend where Elon started approaching Twitter about buying them. I believe he started off with buying 7% of the company, right, to see if he could change anything. And after purchasing 7%, he realized that there's nothing he can do to change it with just that 7%. So he said, "F it, let me buy all of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just purchase all of Twitter." Now, he was gonna pay for Twitter, I believe, $10 over share price. So for every share that exists within Twitter, he would have paid $10 more than every share, right? And since then, right now, Twitter has been tanking for a while now because the acquisition never happened. That's one. Two, he said he would only purchase Twitter if he was able to see the bot reports, like to see the the information on bots, how much of Twitter's users are actual humans or actual bots, which is important because if a big chunk of the user base is actually bots, then the value of Twitter inherently decreases, and he's paying more than market share price.
Mm-hmm.
They want, you know, so I think that's the issue now. But I think Elon tweeted a photo of attempts to buy Twitter to get information about the bots. Twitter says we won't give you information about the bots. Decides not to buy Twitter until they show the information about the bots. Twitter wants to sell, but does not want to show information about the bots. It was just funny. He's just playing around with them and whatnot at this
Uh-huh.
point. He's forcing their hand.
Okay.
What do you think about the whole situation?
I actually have the share price right here. Like how
Okay.
much. Let me see. Shit, Lord, that happens. Let me see. I think it's this one. Because apparently Twitter wants to keep him in a deal,
Mm-hmm.
and it was because I think he was gonna buy each share by $54.20. One of the days on the stock ended up trading at 51.70, and the shares are at 36.81. So you think that what he's actually trying to do is just tank Twitter, and then just buy it cheaper?
Yeah, he could probably renegotiate for a better price now. So he could probably buy it for like 40
Yeah.
billion.
Instead of 44 billion. Because 44
No,
billion
no,
is right here.
no. He could probably buy it for. Excuse me, I made a mistake. He could probably buy it for closer to 35, 38.
Oh yeah, because he was gonna buy for 44,
Mm-hmm.
and you think, but uh, I mean, I don't know the law or what type of contract they were on. So I
So
don't know
if
if
he backs out the deal, he still has to pay Twitter. He's been not all the money. But he has to pay them like some like a $1 billion something, right?
yeah, I forgot. I was trying to find out how much it was gonna be.
But now Twitter's in a situation where you might be right, where he might be tanking the stock because they don't want to give him the information. Because they know that if they give him the information, then I don't know, a
He's
lot
gonna
of
get a
things
pay cut
change.
regardless.
Yeah, the value of Twitter is decreasing, so the price to buy is going to be cheaper, and no one
I,
wants to buy Twitter.
I wonder if that's gonna be illegal.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, I don't know who's in charge of this, but like, what if that's his strategy? He's trying to tank the stock and then buy it at a cheaper price. I wonder if I don't know what government.
But what do you do? What do he do to tank this? I mean, you'd have to I guess find evidence of him like maliciously like attacking Twitter or whatnot. Like you have to kind of prove that the whole idea was to do this, right?
Okay.
He he got the money. He first started off by buying a certain amount of shares. Then he got the investors and he showed the money. He says, now all we need to do for me to buy this is all you have to do is show me the bot data.
Okay.
That's all I want, and I'll buy it. And they're saying no. And since they're saying no, and they're not complying with the new, potentially the new owner of Twitter, they're like, okay, so we're just gonna force you to buy us for the price that we have, because they're losing money.
Yeah.
They dropped $10 billion in value, something like that.
Probably. I mean, no, I didn't see how much it was.
They said I couldn't buy Twitter. Then they wanted to close bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter. Yeah, I'm telling you.
And now he has a freaking Chuck Norris. This came today. He tweeted a Chuck Norris and checkmate. So maybe he's playing 4D chess. But I don't know if he could. He's no longer buying Twitter because he realized he can get it for free at the App Store. Huh. I don't know. I just wonder if he's gonna get in. I mean, yeah, I guess, because I think that is more for like people that work in the stock market, right? When they start doing all these like games and stuff like that, and they like tank, or they know that a company's gonna tank, and like they buy low and they know it's gonna go up. But Elon has nothing to do with that business. I mean, he's basically like he's a citizen, right? He's a private citizen or public citizen.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's a public citizen.
I don't know. My point is, like, he's not in charge of the stock market, or he doesn't control Twitter in any way. So they couldn't like get him on like a charge of like trying to collude and trying to. I mean,
what happened at a certain point? People were buying into Twitter. People kept putting all their money in, and since the acquisition hasn't happened, then they said, "Fuck it, this is never gonna happen." So we're gonna start taking our money out.
Oh, they'd rather just sell high now that it's like this, because the stock was like a 54 something, 51 something.
Yeah.
So they just decided, let me just get my money now, because apparently it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you think he did it on purpose, or you think he actually wants Twitter or no? Like, if you had to bet, you think he actually wants it, or he was just playing around? Because I don't. He doesn't strike me as that type of guy. I don't know.
I think, because I would imagine Twitter has a lot of assets in terms of communication and whatnot, and they have a lot of data on how people are. And I think Elon's long-term move, I'm pretty sure he's basically made this public. His long-term move is something to do with Mars, us colonizing Mars. I don't see why having a lot of data on how people work to potentially start a new government on a different planet wouldn't be good for him in the long run. Also, it sounds like he's trying to nurture the idea that we need more humans and that we should start believing in each other. So his views on how human interaction looks more utopian, or I don't want to say utopian. He just wants to fix things a little bit more. I believe.
He went a different direction. I thought he was just. I don't know. I didn't think about it like that. I thought he just wanted to buy Twitter. I thought he just wanted to buy Twitter because he wanted to like.
To fuck with them. That could be it too. He could just want to. I want to know what the fuck is going on here. Honestly, I want to know how many people are real, how many people are fake. And he could have did this whole thing. It's expensive. It's just a very expensive prank.
No, I just thought that he actually cared about the whole free speech thing, because he always talks about like, I'm in a free speech.
It could be that too. It could be that too. It could also be that he is a free speech absolutist. I mean, I want to put myself in a position to believe that he's doing this because of his ideals.
I mean, he has a new baby mama. You saw the new baby mama he has. So I mean, he has money to.
Apparently, he's one of the executives at his company.
I mean, he had a threesome with Amber Heard. Now he's just. I mean, he has the money. He's good.